I had run out of water. I passed out onto the sand. There was a seagull that flew over me. And there was this moment of connection where the seagull locked eyes with me. I saw myself through the bird's perspective, looking back at myself, dying on the sand. I am that bird, and that bird is me. That's where I began to not fear death. I find that in a lot of indigenous communities and tribes, they tend to move with flow. Flow is essentially a state of being in which you are in rhythm with your surroundings. But also within rhythm of your own self. I believe that in the Western world, we tend to do the opposite. I was born in the Turks and Caicos Islands, but I moved to Germany as a young kid. So I'm a product of two complete opposite cultures. Relaxation meets structure. I moved to Canada in my teens, and I was a complete stranger. I turned to track and field because it's something I really excelled in. And it also became my passion. I was competing at the top levels for my birth country. But when they couldn't fund the team anymore, everything I had worked so hard towards had completely vanished. I gave in to the pressures of society. I started a business, became a trainer, but something was still missing. I was becoming very depressed, and I didn't understand why. I started walking in nature for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, just to clear my head. I thought to myself, while I'm working this great job and I have this beautiful place, why am I still upset? What is it that I really love to do? There are people who are solo walking around the world, and I was really inspired by them. I essentially just quit everything. I decided, okay, I have to absolutely do this. I'm gonna walk the length of Africa. A lot of the things that I learned in Africa had to do with how hospitable human beings were. On the roads, when I was walking, everywhere you go, even if it's a complete stranger, even if they're scared of you, they would just give you a cup of tea, whatever food they have. They were so proud to be kind. The young Maasai men do a sort of mating dance in a way to show their strength to attract a bride. One cannot exist without the other. This is the Ubuntu way, all for one and one for all. And that is to share everything amongst each other within their own society. I ended up joining a few of the Maasai men who go on these walkabouts. I was walking from Tanzania to Kenya, but the Maasai just ended up walking through the border without going through the checks, without doing any of the passports. Because the idea of having borders doesn't exist in traditional Africa. It's a man-made concept. When an astronaut goes out into space and they look down at Earth, they see Earth as one giant blue marble. And that's a thing that, until I die, that's what I want to share with the world. Just by being with nature, you're falling in line with the energy of everything that's going around you. I am that bird, and that bird is me. We are all interconnected. What I do is I go to unique places that are hard to reach, with populations that don't necessarily have the voice to express themselves. The more I involve myself in expeditions and share it with the world, the more I want to do bigger expeditions that inspire more people. Stories that change and impact people's lives for the better. I learn all kinds of wisdom from the people and animals I meet on my travels.
This is our hau'oli, all of our territory, and we fought for that. Huge corporations, fish farms. Sooner or later, we've got to realize that wealth isn't money. Wealth is what we have in our oceans, what we have in our woods, on land. I'm not doing it for myself, I'm doing it for the next 7 generations.
You don't need to dive into the water. You can start shallow and move your way up. Take small steps. Start with small programs. Start with small projects. Go on a trip that initially would have scared you. I feel at peace doing these things. I'm just more happy than I used to be. I'm more free than I used to be. And I feel like I am me. Now you might be asking, how did I survive the situation? I wanted to keep living, and I know that I could experience life in many different ways. I wanted to keep moving forward because I wanted to keep experiencing this way of life. No matter what happens, you are a part of whatever is around you and inside of you. Nothing is separate. Once you get to that state of understanding and being, then life is a beautiful ride.
First gate drop ever, and first national at Ponca City. And today is his first pro race.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, Bayside, New York, there's not really, much around there besides houses and cars. My dad got me my first dirt bike when I was three or four, I think, and then yeah, kind of just took off from there. I honestly don't know why he bought me a dirt bike. I think him and his one of his best friends were like, "Hey, let's get him a PW, and see what happens." So yeah, I got a PW as my first dirt bike. I had training wheels on it for 2 years, and then I think on my 5th birthday, he took the training wheels off, and yeah, it started from there. Yeah, it was tracks. I mean, we live in basically the city, so it's house on house on house. So yeah, we had a park actually that was like half a mile away, and like every time I get a new dirt bike or we had to like test jetting or something, I'd drive to the park and rip laps on that, just wide open. But yeah, the known dirt bike track was 10th Street in MX. It's in Long Island. That's where I kind of grew up riding, and Justin Cooper grew up there, and yeah, there wasn't really much. We had to travel. Yeah, those sacrifices are pretty big. Like I said earlier, my dad you know, basically gave up everything for me. You know, he was the main part of why I've gotten this far. Same with my mom. You know, they definitely busted their asses for sure, just to keep me going and so I could travel everywhere, basically around the whole world. So I think it's just cool, like, how much they put into me from such a young age, you know, because I think my dad, like, he definitely saw something, you know, when I was young. So yeah, I mean, here we are, 17 years old, and ready to go pro racing.
I never really thought when I was that young that I would be able to do it, but and honestly, all the way up until I was like 16 or 17, I really didn't think. I mean, I knew that I was maybe capable, but at that point, I just didn't know if I was willing to do the work, and then I kind of decided to. So it's kind of weird how the mindset works, but like once I won in 2019, I won a moto at Loretta's on a 125, and basically since then it was like you kind of finally get that relief, like I can do this, and I think it was good for me because I'm nowhere near burnt out like a lot of these kids. My amateur career was definitely different than most, I think. It was like I kind of came out of nowhere there at the end, but I don't know, it went perfect, honestly, and it put me in this position. So as far as the people from the outside looking in, they might, I mean, I don't feel pressure from them, but they're probably thinking like, oh, this kid's older, blah, blah, blah. But the team, I mean, everyone who truly knows me knows that this is literally my first full year. So yeah, there's pressure, but I mean, what do they expect from me? It's my first year pro, where I'm racing guys that have done it for 6 years. They're still in the same class. So it's not as much of, you know, do or die. Am I going to make it, or am I going to go be an electrician with my dad anymore? So that's kind of the difference now.
So my parents kind of rode trails always, and then my older brother raced, but he just raced locally, and then I was kind of the first one in the family to take it to the next level and kind of do all the bigger races and stuff. Honestly, my amateur career on main bikes was awesome, and then with injuries and stuff the last few years, it hasn't been too great. Broken collarbone a few times, tore my labrum, shoulder, slap tear, rotator cuff. Broke my back, my ankle, neck, thumb, elbow, pretty much anything in the arm, and then yeah, the neck and the back were the two big ones, but a little bit everywhere.
Why do you do this?
Just love of the sport. You know, it's all I've ever done. It's all I know, and after you get hurt, the first day back on the bike's the best day ever because you just missed it that whole time, and just love of the sport, yeah.
Watch practice and qualifying. We've theorized, we've bench raced. Now it is time to go. Revs are up. Gates down to the 2022 season. And Shimoda and Kitchen have been battling the entire way. This has been pretty fun to watch. Kitchen looks pretty good right now in the 59. He's in 6th. This is what the star Yamaha needed.
decent start, like maybe 12th, worked up to 7th maybe for a little, and then picked a few guys off. I really just followed Hampshire. He was moving. E5, best moto finish I've ever had.
You have a look at straightening up that rut as you go up. Maybe don't do a practice stop, maybe get that rut straight as you go up. And this is a whole shot down.
Another great rush from one of the Yamahas to the inside. That's Nick Romano. No! Yes, he's going to hold it into the first turn. Let's see what the kid can do. Absolutely sending it here early in Moto2.
Something else. That was probably the best hole shot I've ever pulled in my life. Came out, knew I had to jump on everyone. Once I clicked third, I knew it was over, but my first race, pro race ever to hole shot and lead two, 3 laps or something like that. I'm so happy with that. It's brutal. Really, really shows you how much of a man you gotta be out here. So.
Yeah, day wasn't too bad. First moto was sick. Came from, I don't know, 15th to 5th, and then that second one, I mean, I made the most of it, but my starts are ridiculous. I think I was 38. I don't even know. I had 2 guys behind me when I look back on the table, and worked my way up to, like I said, 8th. I'm not sure where I got overall, maybe 7th or 8th, but, you know, for the first round, I'm happy. I checked a lot of boxes as far as I think my speed's plenty good. I think my fitness is great. Bike's good. I mean, everything's there. It's just that start. I know once I can get out front, I think I'll give those boys up front a run for their money, honestly.
Qualifying didn't go too great. I struggled a little bit just figuring out the track and stuff. And then Moto 1 was like P4 off the start, went down second corner, and that kind of just threw off the whole day. Struggled to pass once I got to, I think, around 20th. And then second moto, we just didn't get a good gate pick. Had a pretty big hole, so threw that sort of way too. And just made today really hard on myself. I felt like my riding was decently good. Just got to get a start.
Everyone at Jaguar Land Rover is massively proud to be a platinum partner for the Queen's Jubilee pageant. Well, we've had this incredible relationship with the royal family, holding royal warrants, and we've got this amazing collection of both early Land Rovers, including the very first Land Rover unveiled at the 1948 Amsterdam show. We've got 2 of the Queen's beloved Land Rover Defenders, selection of cars from the Bond films, amazing fleet of classic Jaguars. We're delighted to announce that we're gifting a brand new Defender 130 to Her Majesty the Queen to commemorate her 70 years of tireless service to the British people. And this is going straight to the British Red Cross to be used in disaster zones around the world and around the UK as required.
Well, the donation of the Defender is absolutely huge, and it represents everything about the partnership over the last 65 or so years with Land Rover, but also it comes at that time with the Jubilee that says so much about our relationship with the Queen, who has been our patron since she ascended to the throne in 1952.
Land Rover has supported the British Red Cross in supplying us with over 167 Land Rovers to support with the global pandemic of COVID-19. This has helped us reach people in rural communities and also people that have been affected by the virus itself.
Well, everyone at Jaguar Land Rover is just so proud to be associated with such a historic event with over 5,000 artists and performers. We've got this incredible fleet of cars, and if you look really closely, you might see some really familiar faces behind the wheel.
When I was 12 years old, someone put my first bat in my hand. That sealed my fate. Bats are the most unfairly treated animals on earth. Fear, not knowing what treasure they have in their local cave, drives people to dynamite it, to gas them, to all kinds of things. But bats provide us with many ecosystem services. Agricultural pest control.
Esta es una larva de gusano cogollero.
Each million bats destroy 10 tons of insects every night. If we lose those bats, we would lose the crops in a few months. They're also promoting the regeneration of the forest by dispersing the seeds over vast areas. And they pollinate a lot of ecologically or economically important species of plants, like the agaves that are the source for tequila, which represents for Mexico about $3 billion a year. I won the Rolex Award in 2008 for our program for conservation of bats through environmental education, research, and conservation action. We started mapping the most important colonies. And in the process of monitoring, we're also educating the local communities, and they become bat defenders. We are solving problems of conservation by building bridges across different professions. For example, the lesser long-nosed bat, or tequila bat, was the first species that we focused on. Joining forces with the tequila and mezcal industry, we created bat-friendly tequila. We were able to remove this bat from the endangered species list. This is a beautiful success story in conservation. The Rolex Award is a big recognition, and it gave me the platform to maximize my ability to continue changing things. We created a humongous network of privately owned protected areas around the country that today includes about 17% of Mexico's territory. When I have a bat in my hand and I show it to anybody, you see the change in a flash. This is exactly what has been driving me for a long time. I am here at 64, continue to be the same child who had his first bat in his hand. I will never give up.
I felt at home right away in Cape Town. There's a really open quality in people who live by the ocean. The people here have a real sense of fun, of relaxation, lightness of touch. Everywhere you look, there's real style and originality, and I think it's hard not to get caught up in it. It's got amazing food, incredible aromas and color, all the things that make life rich. But I keep getting drawn back to the mountain. It's a unique and incredible thing to have a mountain like that right in the center of a city. I mean, up there you can really feel the vibrancy of this city and its people. I find it so inspiring.
August 20th, 1998. American cruise missiles pound alleged al-Qaeda training camps in Afghanistan and a pharmaceutical plant in Sudan. The attacks are a retaliatory strike after the deadly bombings of 2 U.S. embassies in East Africa just weeks earlier. President Bill Clinton.
There will be no sanctuary for terrorists. We will defend our people, our interests, and our values.
1968. During the Cold War, the Soviet Union and its Warsaw Pact allies in Eastern Europe invade Czechoslovakia. The invasion brutally crushes the Prague Spring reforms by Czech communist leaders to allow greater political freedom. 1977. NASA launches Voyager 2, first of 2 unmanned American space probes to travel to the outer solar system and beyond. 1942. Singer-songwriter Isaac Hayes is born in Covington, Tennessee. He's best known for the theme from Shaft, and in more recent years, the voice of Chef on TV's South Park. And 1948, singer Robert Plant, former frontman of the rock group Led Zeppelin, is born in West Bromwich, England. Today in history, August 20th. Camille Bohannon, The Associated Press.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,